Item number, SCP-1516. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1516 is to be contained in a standard humanoid containment cell at Site-49, furnished with instances of SCP-1516-1. SCP-1516 is to be provided with written words referring to food and nourishment. Under no circumstances is SCP-1516 allowed to interact with written words describing harmful and/or dangerous concepts that may cause damage to the vicinity or the subject itself, or text and inscription-based anomalies, including SCP-1672, SCP-1889, and SCP-2140. As per request, SCP-1516 has been allowed to possess an audiobook copy of the Bible. Footnote 1. King James Edition. Description: SCP-1516 is a living typographical illustration of a human being measuring 1.9 meters in height and 78 kilograms in weight. SCP-1516 has a semi-variable appearance and is composed of redacted typeface letters and words. Each part of SCP-1516's anatomy is composed of the Spanish word deformed to fit the shape of that part of the body. SCP-1516's anatomy is always labeled with the simplest possible term for the body part. When viewed from a closer perspective, SCP-1516's form will slowly change its shape to the terms for that part of the subject's body, i.e., its legs would be a deformed leg word, and arms, chest, face, etc. will follow this pattern. This effect continues down to the subcellular level. When examined by electron microscopy, nuclei isolated from SCP-1516 are full-linked A's, T's, C's, and G's linked by the word sugar. While SCP-1516 is aware of this aspect, it appears to be unable to control it in any way. When SCP-1516 performs any action that would produce a sound, footnote 2, included but not limited to speaking, walking, and interacting with its surroundings, it will produce written words and/or onomatopoeias from the source of the sound instead, floating on the air for approximately 5 to 10 seconds before suddenly vanishing. It is of note that digital audio recorders can register them as sounds. Footnote 3. SCP-1516's voice is consistent with a male human in his mid-20s, but cameras and other visual recorders may register a visual image of them. Whenever SCP-1516 enters in direct contact with a single noun written on any suitable surface, said word will detach itself from the paper and will deform to fit a tridimensional and functional object depicting the previous concept of the word, hereby called SCP-1516-1. Instances of SCP-1516-1 share the same physical characteristics with SCP-1516 itself. SCP-1516 is capable of controlling this ability, but is bounded by SCP-1516's knowledge and understanding of the word and how complex the concept is. For a full list of SCP-1516's abilities, see Test Log 1516. Test Log 1516. The following is a list of the experiments conducted to test SCP-1516's effect on different words at varying situations. Word: sofa, couch. Result: upon contact, the word suddenly detached itself, grew in size, and deformed to form a tridimensional couch. Word: cama, bed. Result: similar results as per previous test. Word: telefono, phone. Result: upon contact, the word stayed inert. SCP-1516 has claimed that it doesn't know how a phone works. Word: tomachi, tomato, lechuga, lettuce, and cebola, onion. Result: as expected, all the words were effectively turned into SCP-1516-1 instances. Dr. Redacted used a standard kitchen knife to prepare a simple salad. When mixed together, they shifted into ensalada, salad. When allowed to consume the salad, SCP-1516 was capable of identifying all involved ingredients. Word: vase. Result: no change. SCP-1516 has claimed not to know what the word means. Word: vase. This time, SCP-1516 has been taught about the meaning of the word. Result: upon contact, the word changed in the usual way. Word: perro, dog. Result: upon contact, the sample shifted as expected. When inspected, it did not show any life signs. Word: papel, paper. Result: the sample stayed inert. SCP-1516 has claimed the word paper is immune to its effect. Word: una silla rota, a broken chair. Result: no change. SCP-1516 has claimed it cannot affect anything beyond an isolated word at once. Footnote 4. A word written in an individual sheet of paper of at least 3 by 3 centimeters. Addendum: SCP-1516 was discovered in redacted Venezuela following several reports of a man made of letters living in an abandoned house on the mountain. Foundation agents were dispatched to investigate and confirm the situation. SCP-1516 offered no resistance to capture. Witnesses were interviewed and treated with A-class amnestics. 47 instances of SCP-1516-1 were found on the vicinity and confiscated. Interview log. Interviewed: SCP-1516. Interviewer: Agent Vasquez. Forward: first interview following SCP-1516's capture. Translated from original Spanish. Subject appears to be calm and willing to cooperate. Begin log. Vasquez: please state your name and nature. SCP-1516. I am Palabro Quintero, nothing but a man in this universe. I see. How long do you remember being in your current state? I've been like this since I was born. Dad took care of me since I was a child. Where is your father right now? Was he like you? I don't know. He told me one day his job was done and let me on my own. And no, he was more like you. At least, our Creator is always watching us, so I never truly felt alone. What do you mean? I mean we are being observed. They watch over us most of the time, constantly reading our actions in this universe. Who is this Creator? He is God. Or should I say they are God? It doesn't really matter, because God is always reading us. Do you mean watching us? Well, it's all a matter of perspective. In my eyes, and in their eyes, we are just all the same thing. I see. Any additional information regarding your father? He was a lovely man, but he had problems focusing on a single subject. Nothing more to say. Now, what can you tell me about the objects we found in your residence? Those are words I took from some children books my dad gave to me some years ago. When you say you take them, do you mean physically remove a word from the paper? More or less. It's like grabbing an object from a bag, although some words are really heavy to lift. What is the most heavy word you ever tried to manifest? I tried a tree once. It just didn't move at all. I think that's enough information for now. We will move you to a new residence soon. May God bless your tales, brother. End log. Closing statement. SCP-1516 hasn't given any additional information regarding its father or its creator. Further investigations on these matters are pending. Addendum. At a redacted date, SCP-1516 was approved to receive English classes 3 times a week. Due to the apparent lack of difference between oral and written communication, the subject showed a remarkable advance during courses. 10 weeks after the classes started, SCP-1516's body presented an irregularity when several body samples showed 12% of the total mass to be written in regular English. English course was suspended and several tests were run on SCP-1516's body. SCP-1516 expressed no physical discomfort for this event and requested to continue its English classes. After several discussions, SCP-1516 was allowed to continue its classes. At week 14, body mass changed into English and had been increased to 20% and confirmed that English transmutation was directly proportional to SCP-1516's English skills. At week 37, SCP-1516 reached perfect use of English language and English transmutation stopped at 48% of its body mass. No objective secondary effects were visible, but a slight change in SCP-1516's personality has been noted connected to the language it uses to communicate. Footnote 5. It appears to be more extroverted when using English language.